Seeing it on the lake for the weekend, I decided I'm gonna do a little fishing while I can this afternoon. The sun's out nice and warm. Water's a little high for me to put my dock in, plus I need assistance. But I just saw a mink run across by my chair there. Let's see where she went. We have a lot of mink around here. I'm just going to try to cast out a big night crawler on the bottom and see what might suck it up. Catfish, bullhead, and throw out one on a bobber. See if I can catch a perch or a bluegill. They all taste good. The mink probably is up under that tree stump right there, because that's where they have historically lived here. It's just like a cone inside there, just like a building almost, like a big top tent for them. So she's probably in there. She's pretty bold. Yeah, the water's a little high. It's about 2 foot high right now, so we'll just hold off on putting the docks in. There's a big boulder out there, a big rock. You can almost see it making a little brown spot. It's only a couple inches under the water, but last week it was 4 or 5 inches above. And our neighbor's dock, they got anxious and put it in over there, and they're submerged today. So, all right, it is May 2nd. I should have went turkey hunting this morning, but it was pouring. Another view of the camp from the outside. And Bob's Lake Barn. We built that in '07, and we put the siding and roof on the trailer and did the porch in '08. All right, well, let's see if we can catch a fish. Well, if you watch the tip of my pole, it was bouncing a little bit. You can tell it was a living being the way it was jerking. It wasn't just the wind, it was twitching a lot. But I got a big night crawler on there, laying on the bottom, hoping to catch a bullhead or a catfish. And it's probably just a little perch pecking away at it because it's daytime. Normally we catch bullheads and catfish at night here. Now see, we're on the main lake of Black Lake here, which the main section here is 4 or 5 miles long, I believe. Widest point is 2 miles. Out there is, it's hard for me to see in the viewfinder because it's so bright. You should see Wood Island with all the exposed stone and rock and everything. And you come across to this other island called Limestone, because it has the bright white point off in it. I've never seen anybody on that cabin in years though. And there's a little tiny island called Crab. And then we come around, and that whole, from about Limestone Island all the way up there is one giant island, and it's called the Big Island. It's spelled B-I-G-G-E, so is that a play on words? Hey, my pole's going again, look. See it twitching? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can catch something. As suspected, just a nice, beautiful little yellow perch about 6 inches long. If you really were desperate to eat, you could catch a bunch of these, but they're too small. I'm looking for something bigger. Well, the fish aren't biting, but I got a nice day fire going here. I've been sitting on the beach enjoying myself in the warm spring sunshine. I'm good with that. Let's go take a look at the upstairs rooms of the barn. Now, those of you who might not be familiar haven't seen this yet. Of course, this starts out as a boathouse on the bottom. And we have boats in here. We got one little old Yamaha jet ski from '89. Got my gear so when I play gigs up here in the Thousand Islands. We got a beautiful Sea-Doo over here. Our 17-foot runabout, the workshop, storeroom, boathouse. Of course, we got doors. It's a little crowded right now with everything inside, of course. But as we move into Never Never Land here, no shoes allowed upstairs. We all kick our shoes off on the landing on the carpet. I haven't been up here since last fall. And now you'll see a million dead flies, I'm sure. Oh, not too bad. Coming right to the head of the stairs, we have the storeroom, which has it during the summer. I bring all the decoys and stuff up here and put them aside. Little bit outlet in here just in case we need to charge something. We got the fan so that when we put this big air conditioner in this window, we can blow heat down the hall, or coolness I mean. And because the boys and kids run around up here, I ended up using the rounded corners. The first room we'll enter is the boys' room, we call it, but it's just got 2 twin beds for the kids. And very rudimentary, we had the dormer put in. A little electric heater here, 2 twins, 2 kids. Smoke detector it's linked with a CO detector. But here's what I love. We didn't do this on purpose. Come on. It's been down too long. A view of the roof of the trailer. But look at the way the light plays on all the different angles of the dormer. I just think that's cool. It's just by accident because we just built it the way it fit, you know. But that's the way it fit. Alright. I was going to put a big rope here bolted into the wall so in case there was a fire the boys could climb out, but I figured they'd be using it to climb out all the time. Alright. Straight across the hall is the new master bath for up here. I want the fan on. Remember we did this last year? I don't know if you remember, but anyway. We reused the mirror from the... I don't even know where we got that mirror. Did we buy that or we reused it? Anyway, remember we got the sink and the toilet for $50 at a yard sale, and they're both like Kohlers, really, really nice. My wife loves this turquoise color. With the $50 came the little shelf. The only thing I got to do is touch up that paint and build the doors. Of course, I got the Duflaze lifted up so that it doesn't get stuck to the rim. But then we got the, remember the Star Trek shower? Oh yes. We had to do this so we didn't hit the ceiling, and we only came a ½ inch from the ceiling there, so 3/4. A little electric heat in this corner in case it's chilly up here. That's my next project, is to make the doors like I made for the kitchen for these. And I don't know if I'm going to leave them natural pine and finish them, or if I'm going to just paint them white. Do the same kind of thing, the tongue and groove, but little spider, we'll get him off the ceiling. Get off the ceiling. So this is a tiny bathroom. It's only about 8 by 8, 8 by 6, 8 by 6.5, but it serves the purpose well. All right, beautiful. I haven't got the water turned on over to this building yet. All it is a valve in the pump house. If you've seen my pump house, which I guess I can tour you that too. Now the master. Ah. Oh yeah. Nice big room. It's 24 feet wide. Well, it's not quite that wide because we've got the hip roofs, you know, boxed in so they don't go all the way to the floor because it'd be wasted space. But I built the big cabinets in here too, so we can put our clothes, linens, towels, whatever we need. My wife works in here. She still works at home, so when we're at the lake, we have internet access right here. She brings her laptop. She works right here. And I can't tell you why, but I sleep like the dead in this room. I don't know if it's just because it's all mine. I built it. Of course, we've got a beautiful view of the lake from our window. Oh, somebody's buzzing down the lake out there. Docks all have wheels on front and rear, so they roll right in and out. My wife's exercise machine, I don't know if she's ever going to use it. We might just get rid of it. Oh, the clock is still working. Still says 3:34. I guess that's probably right. There are outside porch lights up here. Eventually, someday, I'd like to put a deck on the front of this so we can get right out there, have our coffee bar over here in the corner, and walk out on just a narrow deck, 6-foot deck, across the front, have breakfast in the morning, whatever, coffee when the whole family's here on, like, but we don't really do that because when the family's here, we go over to the main cottage, the trailer, and everybody gets together. So that's the tour. Now the ceiling in here is about 8.5 feet. That's just the way it worked out to be 4 feet wide when I did the tongue and groove. And I purchased this tongue and groove already pre-finished, so I just had to brad nail it up. Put heavy plastic behind it, insulation of course. Brad nailed it up. And that one air conditioner in the end of the room and end of the hall is enough. So we're going to go back down and maybe we'll see a couple back in the ground floor of the barn. I bought this countertop and put it in. Fish cleaning, whatever. I got a sink here. There's a hot water heater in here now, so we've got hot water. You can wash out things here, big pots, clean fish, whatever. It's away from the kitchen of the house. I may put cabinet doors on these. I don't know. Right now I don't see the need. My waiters scared me the other night. I come in here and I thought it was a dude standing there. All right. Turn off the lights, save the energy, save the planet, right? This big plastic deck box I actually put outside and put all the gas cans with gasoline in them when there's people sleeping in the building, so there's no gas in the building. So this is the place where I was talking about putting a deck. Of course, the perfect view, almost due east. What I was thinking is putting footers close to the foundation in the 3 spots and slanting the braces out so that when you come in with the car and stuff, there's no chance of hitting them, because you can see how close the car is right here. So if they were slanted out, we would be much safer. I don't want somebody clipping it and taking it down. I was going to show you the pump house. So for a pump house, I just got one of these, I think it's Rubbermaid. Oh no, it says Suncast. Suncast garbage can sheds. Lid goes up, latches with a kickstand. And here's the whole water pump setup. Now I used to have a great big tank sitting on that platform, and it was so big and it was always so hard to drain that I ended up just putting one of these little tanks on the pump. The beauty of it is that's a little 500 watt heater, thermostatically controlled, so I box this up when it starts getting cold, keeps the pump from freezing. I put heat tapes on the pipe going into the lake, which goes under the corner of the trailer. You can see the lake down there. Water comes in, check valve, blah blah blah. On off valve for the whole system. You got your, got a little drip. You've got your filters in our 2 filters here. I don't know why it's leaking. It might have some gunk on the gasket. Oh no, I just made it drip worse. There's an on-off switch for the pump here, so that when I'm servicing it and pumping the stuff in and out, I can change that. But the circuit breaker or the receptacle is hot all the time. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I'm running out of power. Take care. God bless. You can set something up like this for yourself. I found out very quickly why it was leaking. This big O-ring that goes into the filter thing was laying on the bottom here, and it wasn't in there. So that's all there was to it. Bob's goofed up. All right, guys. We'll see you later.